88.7 Adelaide's Coast FM.
Yes, one of the great things about community radio is discovering some new talent and having the opportunity to talk to that artist that's up and coming and find out how they got into music. And on the line we're going to Melbourne. It's going to be cold over there as well. And we're going to have a chat to Hannah Francis. Good morning, Hannah.
Hello, how are you, Roy? Thank you for having me.
Good. Thank you. You had a busy weekend, I hear. You got some gigging done and get out there and done a bit of stuff like that. That's good.
Yes, absolutely. It's all about the live shows at the moment, so I'm just going hard on that.
Yeah.
Love it.
Beautiful. Now, let me talk to you about your stage name is Burning Grace. Tell me about that. How did that all come about?
Yeah, so when I started to create the now released album, The Woman in the Mirror, I was creating new music and I was kind of forming I was stepping into something new, and I wanted a name that resonated with the music that I was creating, and I felt that burning and grace are these two very juxtaposing words, and I felt like they both encapsulated the fieriness and the sensitivity that I both have. Beautiful.
Now, let's go way back. Now, music started fairly young for you, didn't it? Tell us the story there.
Yeah. Honestly, when you played Jody Mitchell just then, oh my goodness, I was so excited. I mean, what a way to treat me this morning. It was a huge influence for me. But going way back to when I was about 6 years old, Australian Idol came on TV for the first time, and I was in my living room, and I was just transfixed by the idea that, anyone can get on a stage and you can sing. And I was just so excited by that. And I still remember my dad looked at me and he said, do you want to be like that one day? Do you want to be a singer? And I went, yes.
There you go. Yeah.
So I think that kind of passion has always been there. Apparently my parents said that I've been making up melodies before I could speak. So
right.
I was a singing baby.
Yeah, so obviously that's a lovely talent that you have there, Hannah. So you've just got to nurture that and continue doing what you love to do. So how long has it been that you've been involved with gigging, etc.? And you brought an EP out in 2020 as well.
Absolutely, yeah. So I started gigging when I was about 18. I was a bit late to the game. But I found it quite addictive. And then I crossed paths with record producer and composer Lee Bradshaw, who we met through a singing competition. He was one of the judges, and we met through that. And then out came this beautiful Silver Leaves EP with songs that were just accumulating in the back catalogue. And then we realised we had such intuitive nature between us, and that's what made us work on the album.
And this album, when's it due out, Hannah?
So the album has been released.
Oh, it's been released, okay.
Yeah, it was on June 16, and so it's had quite a bit of love since its release, which has been so beautiful. People the messages have been beautiful, and people have really rallied around it, and so has community radio stations like yourself. So thank you so much for giving it that.
Oh, that's our pleasure. As I say, we love to sort of nurture new talent and bring them to the fore, because it's hard to get into the business of, you come out with an album, come out with a single, and getting it played on air. It's not an easy feat, is it?
No, and there's a lot of support that's rallied around that, like Michael Matthews, who is at the moment. So he is absolutely incredible and has been able to really help push that music into new territory that I wouldn't have been able to do myself.
Yeah. I know Michael from way back, and he's introduced me to lots of great up and coming artists, and you're no exception. And music over the years, you're only a young lady now. You're sort of Fleetwood Mac was high on your listening streams, wasn't it? You love Fleetwood Mac?
Oh, absolutely. I grew up on Fleetwood Mac, and that's where the kind of love for Stevie Nicks as a solo artist kind of grew from there as well. Like, I just think that there is so much influence that I take from them, and it's kind of sprinkled into some of the tracks actually on the album too. Yeah.
So this album that you've got out there, is it mainly all originals, Hannah?
Yeah, so I wrote all the songs.
Right.
Across the album. There is an interlude that was created by Lee as well, which is just beautiful. And it's something that is only available digitally at the moment, so you can find that on Bandcamp, or you can stream it on absolutely anything.
Yep.
Whether Spotify person or an Apple Music person, we don't discriminate. You can be whatever you want.
But we're going to play a song off this album to finish off the interview today. Let Me Go. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so again, produced by Lee Bradshaw, and he was the connector to having some of the best musos in Australia. I'm so honoured that they played on this across the album and on this track, and that included Brett Garsted, Krijgh Newman. They were from the John Farnham Band, absolutely incredible, and drummer Jerry Pantases, who has played for many huge Australian acts, including Olivia Newton-John, Guy Sebastian, The Seekers, Tommy Emmanuel. The list goes on. Right. They are absolutely incredible, and they really put themselves into this song in such a beautiful way. And Let Me Go is, dare I say, an old country ballad, and it's about letting go of someone and like the heartache and the inner turmoil that comes with that, but realizing the importance of holding up the mirror and understanding that in order to let go, we need to make that decision for ourselves and find the strength to let people go when we're ready to.
Beautiful. Yeah, beautiful. So, what's in store? What's the future hold for Burning Grace?
With the album release that has just recently happened, I'm focusing a lot of my energy into really getting out there and just doing a whole lot of gigs around Melbourne, including the album launch that I have at the TOF on the 21st of July. I really highly recommend. I know people are from Adelaide, but if you want a little...
Yeah.
a little... I highly recommend not missing this show because it's the last band show I've got for a little while, and it's just going to be so incredible. So if you follow any of my socials or my website, you just have to type in Burning Grace and I'll come up and you'll find all the details to all the other shows that I'll be doing, and hopefully I will venture out to Adelaide in the near future and I'll do some shows.
Beautiful. That's what hopefully now you can do there, Hannah, because things are opening up now, and the opportunities to get out there and do live shows is back, and the opportunity there for you to blossom as an artist. You have to sort of perform live, don't you? As much as the records are good too if they get played and people buy the record, but to get out there and see live shows is the real secret of success.
And I think it's so easy to take for granted, that we can do that again, that we can go out and do live shows. So I'm going to try my hardest to not take that for granted and to continue doing that.
Beautiful. Well, thank you so much for sparing some of your Monday to be with us. What have you got coming up? Anything exciting?
Oh, today? I think this is my highlight, Roy.
Oh, okay.
Thank you so much. I will be doing some more practicing for some gigs later next week, so that will be really good. But thank you so much for having me on.
Not a problem. And just finally, how do you explain your genre of music? How would you sort of explain that? Yeah, how your genre?
Yes, I would say that I'm alt pop, but I really do stretch out into alternative rock and alternative country, and that's just because of my influences with Stevie Nicks and Joni Mitchell and Love and Led. So yeah, it's an array.
Oh, fantastic! Well, we wish you all the very success in the future, Hannah, and I'm looking forward to seeing your career blossom, dear. And thank you again for sparing some of your Monday to be with us here on Coast FM.
No, absolutely my pleasure. Thank you so much.
Bye for now. Here's that song for Burning Grace. It's called Let Me Go.